All right, folks, welcome back. It is turn 15. And the last episode, if you missed it, Helheim went completely ham. They've got a slowing weapons, unholy weapon bless, and they're using mostly Valkyries, and they're just dropping a tremendous number of Valkyries on Niflheim. I expected this turn we would see Vanheim fighting Mekone, but we don't see that yet, which means the elves are probably even deeper into the Mekonian land. I hope Mekone is patrolling. They get a chance to maybe kill some of the elves that are moving through their territory, and it would give them a heads up. That's a huge value if you find out you're getting elfed. The thing with last turn though was Niflheim didn't really have any defensive things in position to stop an elfing, so he kind of took it lying down, and I think Niflheim's possibly in a good position to repel a lot of these additional attacks. And Vanheim has attacked a lot. You can see Niflheim also has attacked a couple places, so we'll see if Niflheim was able to put together the defenses to catch the elves. And I'm really interested because, like, if I were playing in the game, I probably would load up a test game or something. So I'm really interested to see, like, how the matchup plays out. Okay, sorry, I adjusted my little camera thing. But, okay, so we'll see what actually happens when Niflheim organizes a defense here. Loading up the turn when you do an alpha strike is always so stressful. But looks like things worked out far better than I expected. I wanted to raid even deeper next turn, but Fog of War is slowing my movement. That is what happens when you have 24 stealth flying move speed. Is that right? Are they flying? Oh, that's right, they're flying. Huh. I did get to see Niflheim's battle against a stack of 20 elephants, and I thought I had it bad. I don't think I saw a single elephant in that stack. I saw a single elephant stack that big in the 40 plus test games I loaded on this map. Anyway, yeah, but for Niflheim, that's not a problem. Anyways, their bless looks like it won't be trouble for me. Unholy slowing weapons is no joke. Who needs resistance in this Dom6 age when in the Dom6 age of who needs resistance? This is Dom6, the age of rainbow resist is over. The age of weapon bless, pure attack elf is at hand. The chill aura is a huge problem though. If he has enough giants together, I cannot kill them, but that is the dynamic that will make this war interesting. For now, I will content myself with raiding all their land and using the actual infrastructure to make these magic 3 scales to have any, and make use of the magic 3 scales to have any research at all. I'm probably going to need shade beasts to close out the war, but I might end up using an empowered jade Amazon or something to get some cold resistance. Okay. So we have less words, more fighting, right? So here we go. First battle here. Last time it was all Helheim. This time, Niflheim knows the elves are coming. Okay. 1 point again for the elves. Next battle with Niflheim and the elves. Oh, they're attacking. Niflheim abandoned the fort? I don't think I would have done this unless I did tests and figured out I couldn't hold it. Huh. Not what I would have expected at all. Okay, Niflheim attack. So that's 2 for the elves, and that's a big 2. We have a lone Nifl Jarl. I would be very cautious. While I was saying you wanted a Nifl Jarl for the elephants, this particular bless is not what I think you want to be fighting with a Nifl Jarl. If you can put good armor on them, maybe. Right? Replace this better armor. They can maybe tank unholy weapons. I don't know. I mean, quickness will help counteract the slowing weapons, but... Okay. 1 and 1. Niflheim is attacking here also with the dude. I don't like this. I mean, I think the Valkyries would have killed him. So these were both risky attacks. 2 for Niflheim. Camera. 2 for Niflheim. But I don't really consider those 2. Like, when you're attacking and you would have died definitely if they did any kind of, like, defense. Okay, we finally get to see how this is going to go. Like, how bad is it? We're fighting in cold scales. How many cold scales are we fighting in? I don't like these guys are like aren't together either. Like, why are they not in the same tile? He's going to try to get the commanders. We've got Blur being cast. That's nice. Because defense is going to be a very good protection against both of these weapon blesses. So that guy had a very bad day because he got separated. That's what I was talking about earlier. It matters how many tiles these guys are surrounded by. These guys are starting to look frosty, though. They don't have long. They've killed this sacred. I mean, I think that was that a commander? That was a commander. There's one more commander, though. There's a Van Hers. Neifelheim routed. I think they might have did they just rout the commander? I think Neifelheim could have... This was very close to Neifelheim winning. And by very close, I mean he sort of did win. Like, this guy's just going to casually murder everybody as he runs out. Now, he walked around that lizard, but... I don't think this is an open and closed matchup. Nibelheim's down on land, and they could have done a better job this time. I mean, I'm glad... I mean, they got kind of lucky taking some of this stuff back, and they were really unlucky losing this, because this included losing a fort. But I think this one, you PD dump. That was what I said to do, wasn't it? When I was looking. I think they would have won. PD dump here, I'm pretty sure they would have won. I would have also defended this, which wouldn't have mattered because it didn't get attacked. They moved the main army here. I don't know. I would have thought the main army could move farther. The commander's dead, so we know Valkyries are stuck here. So he's probably going to move the main force here. This is really interesting, but I think there's going to be an all-in on this province because you have 8... Oh, maybe they retreated. No, the commander's still here. I don't think the Valkyries retreated. It may not happen, right? But there's 4 Valkyrie lives at stake, and he may want to save the Valkyries. Helheim has the option to move everybody here, and do a PD dump. And Neifelheim is also positioned to go completely ham, go all in here. I think I would do it. I'd be like, fuck it. I'm either going to lose or I'm going to take this fucking province back in my cap circle. I'm going to go all in. I'll bring everything. And then after that, you can spread out and try to control. There's a chance he gets attacked back around here. Yeah, like he got attacked back here. Little fuckers. Okay. What do you do? I think you need to do... The thing is there's more things you need to do than you have resources to do it. That's the first problem, right? All of your provinces can be attacked. You don't have the resources to defend them all. The most important thing is killing elves. It doesn't... Your territory and stuff, you can get that back. What you really need to do is kill elves. I think I go all in on a fight, and I pick a couple random provinces and try to defend them. And I would try to defend it with as little stuff as I can, because I'm going all in on the fight, while still having some stuff, and then a bit of PD. That would be my call. But that's going to be pretty tricky. This is a tough situation. Really interesting, though. I think the thing that might be most interesting to me is this isn't the sort of situation where by the builds or anything, it's a foregone conclusion. This is going to get settled by kind of the quality of the generals. Now, Vanheim. Oh, God, let's watch this. This is crazy. And this is a literal army. Buck fighting Mekone. They're like, we gotta... Oh, that's what... Did he not use... Oh, these don't have javelins. So he didn't really care about the Surf Warriors. He wants to basically have them take the brunt of the attack and then use the Van Heers to clean up. So he basically sacrificed the Surf Warriors. Lost 6 Van Heers despite that. There's a lot of barbarians. Painful, but, got to go ahead and pay for it. Is he just going to roll into this next set of barbs? I mean, these are so hard for Vanheim to take. I don't know. Still expecting elves to pop out of our rice bowl at any minute. Okay. Next turn. Turn 16. All right, turn 16. This is going to be very spicy. A message from Helheim. Got myself into a clash. This was foolish since I should have foreseen the possibility and adjusted the script. A waste, but a well. I need to avoid little slip-ups like that. I don't know what he... Wait, did I skip a turn? Is this turn 16? It's turn 16. What are we talking about? What was the clash? I don't know what he's talking about. All right, let's see. This is the Neifelheim army. It is getting dodged by Helheim. Neifelheim attacking again here. Getting dodged. Helheim just attacking one province. This is the province that Neifelheim retook, and he's attacking with a boatload of these guys. Will Neifelheim have anything here? No. What is this? Oh, Muspelheim might heal through here and then come up out here to attack Mekone. Interesting. So this is really wild. Oh, so Mekone is picking a fight with Vanheim. They say, come and get it, buddy. And they're pinging this to see what's present. Now let's take a look at this. This is really interesting. I don't dislike this. You're gonna get attacked by the elves. Better to start something when they're not ready. They're gonna elf you otherwise. I don't dislike it. I don't think it's gonna work out though. Like I don't think they're gonna win. So, I think what happens is this arm. I don't think. My guess is you stealth move these guys through here and then attack. I don't think you want to open up a permanent thing here. Like, this is a block for them, but not a block for you. So I think you just move through an attack, and you also don't want to kill 140 more barbs and lose 6 Vanheers. You need those Vanheers. You could. I think it's still a Vanheim-favored war if he loses 10 more Vanheers or something. But I don't know if you'd want to. Okay. Any other moves from Muspelheim? We know they're moving through the cave system here to come up. And they've got a big force here. Likely they're going to attack one of these provinces, maybe this one. It would make sense they take this one before going in. The god is running around. Oh, so there's a Nifl Jarl here too. But the god is running around alone. This is very dangerous for a rainbow when you're being elfed. I'm also curious. They've been using this rainbow to site search. But to what effect? Are we going to get, like, how are you going to spend those gems that's going to make this first war decisive? I generally am not a huge advocate of early site searching unless you're on a nation that, like, can really use it. Like, I did it, if you watched the game where I played Heims on the False Gods channel, I did a lot of site searching and then got myself into a 3v1 by accident. I tried very hard not to. Oh, that was the first war against the elves. Yeah, I got attacked by Vanheim there. I killed Vanheim. Fuck those elves. Well, we didn't kill them. We killed their Doomstack, and then they peaced out, which is the way of elves. You kill enough of their stuff, they will want to go fight somebody who can't deal with elves. However, one of my strategies was early site searching and then making a lot of long dead, which, Niflheim could also do. I don't think they've got many long dead, like, death sites, but they have really good long dead, so they could make a lot of them. Those would be really helpful, actually, in this matchup. Super helpful. In fact, I hope they're spending whatever death gems they have. Okay. We got time for another turn. Let's go do turn 17. Okay, turn 17, a message from Vanheim. Greetings from Vanheim. So it seems like Mekone anticipated that I was going to attack him, or maybe someone told him so. Or maybe he just wanted to fight me rather than Muspelheim. If he thinks that is his doom stack, it's going to be... Oh, wait. If he thinks that his Doom stack is going to be a problem for me, then he's in for a rude awakening. I've tested Vanheims against Gigantes, and my guys are quite a lot stronger with my Bless. Musful seems to be waiting to see what happens before committing to anything. Helheim and Neifelheim seem evenly matched from what my scout has been seeing, so that's great. They could be fighting for some time. I think that's actually a very fair assessment. Though Niflheim's definitely on the back foot. From Helheim, for reference, I can move from 155 to 134 in a single movement. Let's go see what that means. Must not be 135. What did he say? 155 to 134. 155 to 134. That is very far. How did I end up in Nexus? I mean, that is crazy. All right, let's see what happened. Oh, there is a battle in Niflheim's capital. All right. The elves disappear. They're not gone. They're just waiting to come back. Yeah, that's actually kind of really interesting watching. Let's watch that again. I think we're seeing... Whoops. We are seeing here... So, Unholy Weapon's not helpful because it's just PD. But there's a few things we're seeing that are helpful. One is they have glamour, and the other is they have slowing weapons. And there's actually kind of a cool effect, like a synergy between that, if you think of it. Basically, with glamour, you have a certain number of ablative charges, and the more times you get hit, the more likely that they're going to be ruined, and then, that's that. So, if you slow them down, you're going to get hit less. So these guys, you can see they're slowed. They have a slowed penalty to attack and defense, so they're less likely to hit you. Yeah. And then you're less likely to ruin your charges. And then you get to kill them better. So it's working really well. Against humans and stuff, it doesn't necessarily work quite as well, but like all of these guys are going to be slowed. The whole front line. This guy's not. That's because he's in a corner position. Very cool bless. I've not seen slowing weapons used well before, so very cool. This, by the way, was one of the semi-meta blesses that was talked about a lot in the tournament discussion thread on my Discord. So I don't know if this was one of the authors of that bless, but they certainly were, if nothing else, a reader of it, because this is a very spooky combo, especially I think in early age. So I think if you're playing in like a rush format game like this is definitely one of the blesses you want to figure out how you're going to handle for various nations you might be fighting. Because I think this will be like I'm suspicious this might be a semi-meta build for sacred heavy eras. Okay, so then we get another one here. Sorry, I clicked ahead. So that was a big win for the elves. Or big win for the elves. I forget which hand I was using. But here... Wait, what the fuck is going on? Did he not script these? So the elves are attacking. But they're not all together. This is really bad. You want these guys on hold and attack. Like, to be grouped up. So these guys aren't even blessed in the front. The good news is the Valkyries jumped all the way to the back. Yeah, they're freezing pretty quickly. When they're outnumbered like this. Whoops. I will admit it. Oh, he lost 2 Jotun Jarls, though. That sucks. Good for Helheim. I will admit it. I'm rooting for Niflheim. It's official. No shade at the Helheim player, but fuck the elves. We've said it before. We'll say it again. Yeah. I mean, you as the viewer must also be rooting for Niflheim, right? Like, Frost Giants versus elves? Like, we don't need to talk more about this, do we? So he's dodging the big army. And this is part of the problem. Like, if you're getting forced, this army should split. There's only one... There's 2 commander. Oh, this isn't a priest. You need another priest. This army has to have discretion to split. Like, he's going to get picked to pieces. Like, if we look at the Niflheim score graph. Oh, he has no forts. His income dropped to 0 this turn. That's why you have to protect your capital. You have to protect your capital. Right? He killed Nifl Giants just by getting on top. He killed Nifl Giants, shut down a ton of income, a bunch of things. Troops can't pay upkeep on them potentially if he tapped out his treasury the previous turn. Let's take a look at what Niflheim's doing for PD. No real use of it. Oh, no, here. I don't know what kind of PD's here, but he seemed to have liked that kind. So that's the only PD trap. I don't see commanders or anything supporting it. Generally, in a place you do this, like you do a bit of a PD dump, you want to have more PD. I mean, you want to have guys protecting it, too. The situation here also sucks. Like, so now what do you do? These guys are going to move on to the capital. Because here's what's 90% of the time this happens. Is the elves are going to raid off of it. They're going to leave the cap and raid. Right? And then you're going to send like your doom stack pretending like you're going to fight all the elves, and they're not going to be there. But 10% of the time they stay, and you send something to knock them off and they kill it. And if you're in Niflheim's position, can you afford to send something small that would kill like a commander or two or like 3 Valkyries? Like, can you afford to send something that would kill that? That would like then die if he kept everybody there? You kind of can't. It's really compelling when you're in Niflheim's situation to send like this, turn this whole thing around and send it back. The other thing that's a problem is previous turns. This is when things spiral out of control, when you don't own your cap. Not only did the income go to 0, but there was a lot of potential raiding threat in on these territories that could be mitigated by moving stuff out of the capital. Now only stealthy things could be moved out of the capital. And we don't see any of that. So, Egg of the Phoenix. But this is the Doom stack. All right. It's a match. I mean, we saw a lot of Valkyries get killed this turn. How many is that? There's no like mechanic to get an extra amount, so that's 2 turns of cap recruitment. We're probably going to get a message from Helheim next turn about that. More attacks by... Okay. So here's what we know. This army that was here snuck under here. So there's 50, 60 Van Heer in here. He's taken this. Now, what he doesn't know is he's going to be attacked here by a bunch of elves next turn. What would be really interesting is if this is only like 20 elves and he keeps the rest stealthy. And then it's like a surprise. Hard to say. But there's going to be a lot of elves here. Is this Vanheim pinging? No, Mekone. Mekone, by the way, was one of the nations people liked a lot. Like, I think it even got banned a few times in some of the games. People are very bullish, especially in the tournament discussion on Mekone for early age for this format. I think you expect the elfing now. I don't know where you put your things, but... Oh, he's going underground with this. I think this is a little mistimed. He's got 2 forts trying to come up. I think these could both be elfed. The Drakina's here at least. There's some Durante here. Oh, wait, no, this is not a fort yet. Maybe this is like a Shaman's or something. I don't know why he's... Mekone doesn't get foreign recruit things, do they? No, of course not. Huh. I wonder what's going on here, because I don't see a fort, but there's a lab and a temple. No idea, but the elfing is imminent. That's all I have to say. Let's go to the next turn. All right. I think this is, what, 18? Yeah, turn 18. Let's see what happens. No messages, only violence. Yeah, so this is one they rated. This is rating off of the Niflheim cap. Yeah, Niflheim, this textbook getting picked to pieces by elves. This is why it's really important to catch them, because there'll be some bullshit like this where they get on top of your cap, and then you have to figure out how you're going to deal with it. Neifelheim attacks here with the Doom stack, and then goes. Let's see what happens on his cap. Presumably there's like a couple discs. Not a couple discs. Oh, it's just a scout. Okay. So this was like, hey, I'm not even going to put anything here. Okay, Neifelheim goes for a throne. Nice. Take a look at these giants. Cold, defense, reinvigoration, spear sight. Yeah. These are thick boys. A couple of them died at least. Lost 2 giants. Small price to pay for a throne. Oh no. Was this the... Okay, wait. Vanheim counterattacks. Let's see. Did Mekone stay? Mekone, thankfully for them, did not. And they get to see this. So now they know what they're up against. There's a bunch of temper armor castings. That means there's some dwarves involved. This makes a big difference. Having temper armor on them can make a really big difference. So can strength of giants, if you can get that off. Okay. And then they attack here. Oh, this is underground. Okay. Wow. This is where I thought Vanheim was going to attack. I wonder if he had a scout here. This is an extremely strange move for Mekone. An extremely strange move. Unless they had a scout here and thought that there was a sneaking bunch of Vanheers here. But what happened, I think, was that these guys probably sailed. I forgot about that. This is a lake, so they're sailing around the lake. It's going to be very hard to know where these guys end up. What's 72 Vanheers? That's a lot of Vanheers. That's a whole lot of Vanheers. Woof. Then losing this. This is a cap-only mage. This is an expensive boy. I'm a little... Oh, there are some Elder Cyclopses. Okay. These are good for getting more resources for early production. There's one out here as well. There's a fort up on this front. No sign of Muspelheim attacking these guys. How are you going to deal with this many? PD is not amazing against Vanheim. Like, Vanheers are mostly immune to PD. The main thing I think PD would do, like in this province, it's an archer province, is its support to, like, strip off the mirror image. And then you have to rely on your guys killing it, and I don't think there's nearly enough. I mean, this was like, what, 20 or 30 Gigante? And I don't think... I mean, the Peltas and stuff is nice, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think this army would blender... Like, let's do a hypothetical. These guys attack here. These guys move here to defend. Just Vanheim, like, straight up not elfing, just, like, straight up man-fighting you. 30 PD plus all this plus this. I think Vanheim loses 25 sacreds. Maybe. But wins. I think it's going to be extremely hard for Mekone to kill that stack. How many commanders are here? So this is the other thing. He brought Dwarven Smiths. These guys are not stealthy. So this army is probably not stealthy. And he probably doesn't want to move the Dwarven Smiths alone. You kind of know he's going to attack one of these two provinces, and it's hard to know which. If he knows where they are, my expectation, just from knowing how this player plays, because I've seen them in a few games now, is that just they're going to man mode and attack right here. Just be like, fuck you, I'm taking this. Try to do something about it. That's my guess. And I think it'll work. I think if Mekone tries to defend, they're going to get ruined. And I think the biggest strategic mistake they've made so far is picking this fight with Vanheim while, like, wrapping up expansion down here. Like, he needs literally all of these guys on the front. I think given you see this stack as Mekone, what you do is you buy for time and you move everybody back to the front. You need a lot bigger army than this. A lot bigger. Like, you need these guys up here now. You don't want to take this fight alone. That's my anticipation. We'll see what Mekone does. Did we watch all these? I think we did. This is a bad move. This is just straight up a bad move. I mean, this is a nice province, right? 3 gems, but bad move. Here's the thing to appreciate, right? You have to put yourself in the mind of an elf player. You want to take provinces, you want to kill PD, but you don't want to fight the doom stack of giants. That's their whole goal, right? They want to take provinces, they don't want to fight that doom stack. Where can those giants be? They can be here or here, and then they can have their choice of attacking. You don't care where they attack, is the elves. You're like, okay, you take one, I'll take it back, right? Maybe they do some light counter raiding to like retake this, because you know what? You can probably send an army to attack here or here, because it's unlikely the giants are going to stay here. They're going to go somewhere else. So you take these back, right? If the giants had, let's say, they were here previous turn, if they had taken this, presumably they have 2 map move, they could threaten a huge range of stuff. It makes raiding this area a lot more risky. I think right now that on the strategic map, Neifelheim is getting outplayed, is basically what's happening. Like, I don't think there's in any way this is like a conclusive bless win or something for Helheim. They're just getting a little bit outplayed. And they're not doing badly. Like, they're not making... Like, I think this move was a mistake. Like, it's not like they clearly know how to play Dominions. But I think they're just getting outplayed, is really what I'm trying to say. It's not like they're a solid player, certainly. But I think they're just the moves, they're getting picked apart by elves. Honestly, I think you have to get picked apart by elves probably 3 or 4 times before you really realize the insanity that is your new reality of fighting elves, where you can actually like drum up the defenses to fight them. That's my opinion. All right, I think we're going to end it there. We're at 30-something minutes. But right now, we've got a very neck-and-neck fight. Very tactical, very interesting, very fun to watch between Helheim and Neifelheim. And we have fireworks about to go off between Mekone and Vanheim. And sitting on the sidelines, we have the person who actually is number 1 in provinces, and that is Muspelheim. And Muspelheim has the ability to enter decisively into either of these wars. I will say, fighting into cold scales as Muspelheim, not something you're super excited to do. But if you outnumber Nifl giants like 2 or 3 to 1, I don't think it matters that you're going to be fighting in cold when you're, these heat-loving giants. It might. I mean, I think it won't matter. Like, I think you'll still take a lot more losses, but I think you could still win. So we'll have to see. Not totally sure. But they're also positioned to come up here and intervene in this Mekone conflict as well. So we'll have to see. Yeah. I'm also interested in Mekone. Mekone really should try to get a nap with Muspelheim. But I think that's it. We'll see you guys next time. It should be fun. And until then, please take care. Cheers.